Perfect. And hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the White Chocolate Podcast. I'm Dirk.
I'm Will.
Over, I don't know, you probably can't even see my thumb because I'm using one of those fake backgrounds.
Oh my gosh.
This is episode 44, and we are doing this in a combined location from BLG Studios 8 and BLG Studios 1.
8.
Happy
Wow.
4th to 8. I don't even know, Will.
It has to be 8.
It doesn't matter. But
No.
Will, we're coming to the audience. We're trying our best. The title of this episode, Will, is we do know Jack, and by that
Yeah.
I mean Jack Frost,
Right. Yeah, it
because
is fridge.
he dropped a few inches of snow on us, and we are in our remote houses, no school today.
None.
And for the first time, we're trying to record this on Zoom. And my only hope is that when we're finished, it actually manifests into something
I
that
am praying.
otherwise we're just doing this like some of the others for no particular
Nope,
purpose.
just for us at this point.
So we're off school today, and
We are.
your chitlins are having fun out in the snow.
Chitlins are getting ready to go back out into the snow. They've been out a couple times so far. They've
You have
been in and out all day.
You have a magnificent hill in front of your house, and that hill it's like the hill in Christmas Vacation. I feel like if they had one of those discs, they would sail all the way to the Walmart.
Layla has the Elsa disc.
Okay.
Doesn't work as well as the one in the movies, but
Well, it doesn't have Clark's super
good point.
coating on it, but
They like the hill in the backyard for some reason. I don't know why.
well, it's steeper, but it's shorter.
Yeah, it's steeper, but I would use the one in the front yard.
I would too. You get much longer. Maybe they don't want to walk all the way up that long hill.
I would want to do that, so
You
I
could
don't
get
blame
a
them.
ski lift over by the driveway.
We're done.
Okay, we'll move on. My kids, on the other hand, are too old now. So now when I go, hey, why don't you take the dog out and play in the snow? Grace is like, it's cold out there. I'm like,
I don't blame her.
when you were 7, you stayed out for 3 hours until your skin turned blue.
Right.
Now, not so much. Not going out.
Not no mo.
No, they wise up. They lose their. I don't know what the audience will see when this recording's done, but you are there in San Francisco. Luckily, you don't have any snow there.
No, right. It's sunny and warm here.
And I am sitting in a cafe.
Yes.
Just because I wanted to get out and get a bran muffin and some coffee this morning.
Bran muffin.
Oh, well, we do what we can. Those people next door, people walking by on the street have dogs and they keep barking at us the whole time.
Sorry about that.
Don't be sorry. I had it covered. Don't blow our cover. Anyway, we got 3 segments today. Well, 1, 2, and the last one, hopefully the long mark. We missed you last week, but we tried to sneak by. Miss Deal came in and sat in, the real deal. Otherwise, AKA Susan Austin. And she told me Coach was extremely excited. She did not tell him she was going to do it.
That was the best part. That's funny.
And when apparently he flips on the podcast and has it queued up when she gets home because he likes to watch it. And of course he turns it on and it's her. So she said that was a fun surprise and he couldn't believe it. So thank you to Susan Austin for sitting in with us last week.
Absolutely.
Will, we're going to start off with bullet points today, I think. Just a couple.
Okay. I think that's a good idea. It doesn't matter. Okay. I need to pull up my bullet point list.
Okay.
Dirk, we almost have been doing this for a year.
Yeah, I've reflected on that too. It was March 17th. So we're looking at maybe 2 more months and it'll be a year.
Crazy. Yeah, 8 weeks.
So
which makes sense because this is episode what?
44?
There it is.
Yeah, we missed one for Christmas, I think.
Right.
But yeah, we'll be coming up to episode 51, 52. We'll be
to be fair, we didn't want to miss one for Christmas.
No.
We tried.
We recorded one.
We did.
Twice.
We recorded one twice.
Well, luckily we didn't get through the second one. We just started and it wasn't working. So, but we figured out all the snafus, and so far this Zoom is a great test because at least during basketball, we agree that in person is much better because our reaction
1,000,000%
quality and everything. But this is a nice test in case there are times when we just don't have the time to get together. Between your schedule is killer. I mean, you're at that stage of your life where you're busy, busy, busy. Your kids are young, so they have stuff going on,
Right.
and coaching, which is a full-time job in and of itself, plus you're teaching, which is another full-time. So you're like, I don't envy the schedule you try to keep right now. So
Yeah, I'm at this point in the year meaning in the basketball season is where I'm starting to like, okay, well, I only have about a month left. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, or I
yeah.
have about a month. I don't know.
And I know coaching is something
A
you
month
love
and a
to
half.
do, so it has nothing to do with not being excited about coaching. It has to do with
No, not at
learning
all. It's
your
just
handle
tiring.
at both ends.
Just tiring.
I don't.
Anyway, sorry.
What do you got?
My first one, and I've been noticing this more and more recently. So driving, two of mine have to do with driving.
Okay.
The immediate beep as soon as the light turns green. Why does that happen?
Yeah, you could give yourself a minute. Like just give yourself
Just a second.
10 seconds to get from the gas to the brake or the brake to the gas. Yeah.
And even when they're trying to do the courtesy beep, what's wrong?
No, I was just gonna say, so it's like this when my hand opens is when the light changes. So it's like beep,
Beep.
like
I'm like, dude, dang. And sometimes it's not even me. Like sometimes they're doing it at somebody else, or it's the person like towards the back of the line
right,
at the red light.
right.
Like, damn, can you just wait a second?
Yeah, it's gonna take just a second for people to get. And by the way, not everybody's burning down the road to get where they're like
Correct.
that's what we talked about. I forget what episode it was where I said you can't do my commute. You cannot do my commute casually because
Right.
somebody will cut you off or be right on your
Yep.
bumper. And it's like somebody's going to be in a hurry and it gets you frazzled. You're like, just even if you say just go around, then there's somebody else coming up. And it's just,
So it's that I've noticed it more and more recently, and it's becoming increasingly frustrating.
yeah, there's no need.
And even like I was saying, even when they try to do the courtesy beep, the beep beep, like the double quick beeps, like, oh hey, pay attention. Like
Yeah.
I am paying attention. I just haven't my foot hasn't transitioned from the long
Yes.
pedal to the short, I mean the short pedal to the long pedal yet.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly. No, there's no reason for that.
It
Uh,
just that's just a frustrating thing. That's all.
let me, since you brought up with one with cars, I have one here with cars too.
Okay.
Everybody in maybe it's our yuppie area that we work in, but everything down there is like, come to Klein, European motor cars. What's with the motor cars? As opposed to what other kind of car is there? I mean, I guess there's an electric car, but that has an electric motor.
Flying car.
I guess. Why do we, is motor car better than just car because it sounds expensive? Like Audi and come to BMW motor cars or European motor car. Why motor
Mercedes
cars?
motor cars.
Like I don't understand. Why do we have to, why is it motor cars? It sounds pretentious.
It
And
does.
car dealerships don't just want to be called car dealerships. So it's Springfield Motor Cars was the one I saw.
Hmm.
Like, as opposed to what other kind of car is
Right.
there?
Right.
Like saying a lead pencil. It's like, or
It's a pencil.
it's redundant, or an ink pen. I
Still a
don't
pencil.
understand. So that's a short one for me. But motor car, I can do without motor cars. It's like it
No.
reminds me of, and this is a local thing, but people in DC will know. Reminds me of Ronnie Mervis. Do you know who that is?
I've
He's on
heard the last name Mervis before.
he's on all of the commercials and he affects this South African dialect accent.
Hmm.
And he's like, come to Mervis Diamond Importers. And we go,
Oh, that's where I've heard
and
that. The Mervis Diamond. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I don't even know if it's a real accent, but it's like Diamond Importers. Just you're a jewelry store.
Yeah,
Like
that's it.
let's
It's just
stop with the fancy. Anyway, just my opinion.
um
She got, sir.
the younger generation.
Back to you.
Nice pass. The younger generation, including I will include my generation, but even younger than that, even younger than me.
So we're talking 7, 8 years old.
Yeah, absolutely no. But the level below me, what are they called?
I don't know. I don't do much with titles either. Are they Gen X or Gen Z
It doesn't
or
matter.
okay. Are you a millennial technically?
I don't know. I don't even know what I am.
I don't even
I'm
know,
in my
but
30s.
we're
That's
talking
all I know.
current early 20s, college
Sure.
age.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And below that,
Okay.
becoming less and less solid with basic manners towards the opposite sex or somebody that they're dating.
Oh, okay.
Just things that I've noticed recently,
With your no good,
um,
no down stinking brother.
especially him. Just the lack of holding the door for the other person,
Gotcha.
going into the door first. Things that I was taught that was just polite to do for the
Right.
person that you're with.
I think it disappeared before your generation, honestly. I think like even my generation, there's not a lot of people. When I first started dating my wife and I held the door for her, and she's like, in a way, maybe this is controversial to say, but I feel like a little bit of the women's liberation movement, the women's lib movement sort of killed it because my wife had this attitude of, well, I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need you to hold the door for me. But
I
we
can understand that.
regardless of that, my wife now appreciates when I hold the door or, carry in the groceries. I'll get the heavy stuff. I'll get the water. I mean, it's just basic courtesy of, could she carry the water in? Sure, but that's really heavy for her. So
Right,
I'll grab that. Or
right.
yeah, it's a gentlemanly thing. But I think even in your generation, it's probably a little bit gone. And I agree with you in the younger generations, it seems.
It's probably just decreased as time has gone on.
And the way that men talk to women or about women bothers me
Crazy,
too.
crazy,
Just things that they say that are just blatantly, overtly inappropriate. And I'm just
and
like,
disrespectful. Yeah.
yeah. And so I think but you know what? Without getting serious, I think it's a cultural decline in respect.
Hmm.
Um, just everybody. I think our whole culture disrespects people. And I think it started with, if I may be so bold, sir, might have started with just this ability to make anonymous comments online where you don't have to really face someone.
Fair point.
Like if I type on a comment on our YouTube video, if I'm just somebody watching and I type, oh, Dirk and Will are blank holes, you know,
Hmm.
and I don't have to face, but if somebody were to come up to us face to face, they probably wouldn't say that
Right,
because it's like, okay, now there's a consequence if, I
right.
just feel like the anonymity online has just allowed us to kind of degrade our respectfulness. But
Yeah.
anyway, Will, I have a funny one for you about driving. Most of my driving ones are complaints. This one's going to be funny.
Okay.
On my way to work, this happened a while back. It's been on my list for bullet points for a while. On my way, there's my glasses. No, don't
Yeah.
want to
Please fix
don't
those.
want to let
Thanks.
the audience down. I was on my way. I pass a nice golf course in Urbana when I take some back roads, and I don't know the name of it, Worthington or whatever it is, but it's off of Fingerboard Road there for those people that know Urbana. And
Okay.
I took back roads and I come through. It's a beautiful golf course off on the right there,
Manner.
across, across from a I don't know, community center or something.
Okay.
I'm coming to work one day, and the car that I'm driving now, my wife was kind enough to let me step up one model level from the base model to the second lineup. So I have this beautiful sun/moon roof that opens.
Sure.
I leave that thing open all the time. Beautiful.
Cold, in the cold, in the warm, all the time.
So, I mean, all the time, 80% of the time. But yes, even if it's like
Okay.
40
Just
degrees
asking.
or 35 degrees, I'll crank the heat up to 80 and leave the roof open and just get that warm, fresh air. It's just nice. It keeps it nice and comfy. Anyway, I'm coming by the golf course and I'm looking up in front of me and I'm seeing what looks like a rain shower over the road. And I'm like, what?
Oh
It's
my
like this
goodness.
isolated area of rain
Oh no.
over the road. And I'm like, what in the world? I'm so confused about where this is coming from. It doesn't occur to me that the sunroof is open, the moonroof
Oh
is. And
no.
so I'm driving up the road, and literally, Will, there was a 10-foot section of road where it was raining. And I'm like, what is going on? And I could not figure it out. As I get up closer to it, I'm looking, my curiosity ruined my common sense because I'm too busy looking and trying to figure out where this water is coming from. And
Right.
then I realized that one of the sprinklers on the golf course off on the shoulder was aimed the wrong direction, was shooting across the road.
You
And
hate to see
about
it.
the same time I figured that out was when I drove under the water and remembered
Hmm.
the moonroof was open.
Mm, there it is.
So it rained right through the moonroof. And
Oh,
it wasn't terrible, but because I was doing 4D, so it was just a brief, but it was
definitely
startling.
got yourself a little shower.
Yeah, and I was startled because I'm driving along and I'm looking out and I go,
Right.
what is that? Why is it only raining right? Oh, it's a sprinkle all at once. And I was just like, so just funny. I was dry probably by the time I got to work, but it was just, luckily for the long commute.
That's
So
hilarious.
anyway,
Oh, good old Worthington Manor. Can't keep their
yeah,
sprinklers straight.
whatever it is. Is that what it's called? Something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm pretty sure it's Worthington Manor. If that's the one you're talking about, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Worthington Manor's on Fingerboard.
Beautiful. I love seeing the sunrise over it when I'm driving by, but they had the sprinklers aimed the wrong direction, I guess. It was just
That's
fun.
hilarious.
You got any more?
Yeah, sure. I didn't know if you were done or not. I didn't want to
That
cut you
was
off.
all done.
My okay. I have like two more, three more, whatever.
Okay.
But I don't have to. We can be done after this. My other one here is about driving, just kind of on that topic
Okay.
of rain and snow. Dirk, people turn into different human beings when it's raining and or snowing outside, and those human beings
Are clue.
cannot drive a car,
It's
nay, a truck either.
they sh some of these people just rain.
Is enough to deter them from their normal driving abilities.
It's almost like they forget how to
It's
drive.
wild. I don't understand.
They do things that you would never ever do
No.
on a dry road. For me, the sun also plays a factor. When
Okay.
you've got that sun blindness in the morning when you're
Sure. Sure.
driving towards the east and you got the sun in your face, there are people who just there's this phenomenon where they just stop. And I go, it's like the fog or the heavy rain. You go, the road is still there just
And
because you can't see it.
correct. The road is the road.
But you're right, snow
And
and people just lose
I
their
mean, light rain. Light rain, Dirk.
yeah,
Let me hazards on. Creep
yeah.
on the shoulder.
You're
You're
oh
not supposed to drive on the shoulder.
the
You're
hazard
not
lights.
supposed to do that. I don't understand.
Hazard lights are my favorite. Yeah, people that they're still doing 50 on a
Yeah,
main
but
road.
hazard lights are on.
Hazard, which
Or hazard lights come on and I'm going to creep over on the side shoulder.
typically hazards are I'm stopped. That's what I think.
Correct.
Or I'm
Correct.
traveling with a disabled vehicle, like
Sure.
ridiculously slow.
Sure.
But if you're able to keep pace, no need for the hazards.
Nope, just drive. Just do
Right.
your normal driving things.
You're so right. I don't know if that's a DC thing. I've heard people say that when you go to, Green Bay, obviously people don't drive like that because they're used
Sure.
to it.
They're
Right.
used to snow. Yeah.
But in DC, man, maybe again, it sounds like maybe a wrong. There's so many transplants in DC from other places in the country, from other places around the world. Maybe a lot of drivers have never driven in snow. I mean, they've
Right.
certainly driven in rain, but maybe they've never driven in snow, and so it's a weird that they've never. When I was 16 or 15, my dad took me to a mall parking lot on a Sunday. Uh,
Hmm.
and when it was snow and icy, and we drove down in my car, and he's like, "All right, now gun it and try to make a turn," and you could slide all around, and
Right.
it kind of taught me how to, you know,
Maneuver.
to fishtail, how do you
Hmm.
correct it, and
Hmm.
it was helpful. I
Yeah.
should have done that with Logan. I never got a chance to, but yeah, it is a different technique.
Yeah.
And back in those days, you didn't have anti-lock brakes, so you had to learn how to threshold brake and take your foot off the brake because when you hit the brake too hard, your wheels would lock up and you couldn't steer anymore. So you had to take
This
your
was in the 40s, you said?
yeah, the 1940s, 45, 46. We had just traded in our T-Rex and we got a
Right.
brand new Velociraptor, and he was rear wheel drive. So,
Right.
but yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. Will, gosh.
What's wrong?
This is kind of I got a couple and I'm trying to decide.
Oh, oh, oh.
I'm going to do this one, and we don't do politics, and I'm not trying to tilt my hand either direction. This is purely an observation. A while back, my wife and I went to the Shepherdstown Christmas Parade because
Okay.
my son and my daughter were marching in it. And most often, they have vehicles and they'll have dance teams and cheerleading teams and stuff like that in the parades. And of course, they always have to have music. So there's this big truck going by pulling a trailer with all these cheerleaders on it, and it's
Okay.
blasting the music that the cheerleaders of the dance team are dancing to. I don't remember. They're doing dance routines. I think they were Christmas carols or something.
Okay.
All the people behind me, the truck had a front license plate that just said Trump 2024, right? We're
Okay.
in West Virginia. Trump carried West Virginia in the last presidential election. He's so, but we were in Shepherdstown, which tends to be a more liberal area in the Eastern Panhandle. Instead of, and there were two ladies behind my wife and I. We were sitting down and they were standing behind us, and they go, "Oh, look at that. I'm so sorry for those kids that they have to be associated with it." I was like, "It's a Christmas parade. The guy has a bumper, like just a front tag on his truck, because in West Virginia you don't have to have a front tag." And instead of like, when can we just stop the bitter nasty? Like they actually were like, "I feel so sorry for those kids that they have to be associated with that," and blah blah blah. It's like, I don't understand why, like,
I
just
was trying to be serious, but the impression of their voices
they
got
were
me.
like that. Well, I actually recorded them talking about something, and because I wanted, I may have prepared to play it on here and then just forgot. But I have a recording of them, and it's like, "Oh, is that one of those European bags? It looks so wonderful." No, I actually got this. Blah 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 blah. And then the truck comes by, and you got 30 kids to look at that are doing cute dance routines. I didn't even notice the truck.
Right,
Like,
right, right.
zero in on the one thing, and instead of enjoying the
The moment.
performance because it's a,
Mhm.
a difference of opinion, fine. But like, "Oh, I feel sorry for those kids." And I'm just like, what? Like, is that really what you're focusing on? Like, we're so poisoned in this country to take sides and to argue all the time. It's just,
Yeah.
was in the middle of a Christmas parade. I just thought, if that's what you're focused on, you're missing the point of the parade. Like,
Right, right,
you
right.
know, but
Yeah.
yeah, I did. I wish I still had, I don't think I have it here, which is a shame. But yeah, I recorded them and I just went, this is just so funny that these, oh, here it is. Is that translating at all? It's a lot of noise, but
Every time of year, I it starts so early in the house. Fire. Oh, I know. I build a fire. I have a wood stove in my kitchen. I'm on it every day. I get up in the morning, I feel fire. I know. I know. I gotta know. We're tending the fire.
I don't know.
I got bits and pieces of it, but I couldn't hear
Yeah,
the whole
it's
thing.
it's not, it's so much background noise, but the point is the whole parade. That was my phone laying in my lap hitting record. Like the whole parade, they're just cackling about nothing.
Mhm.
Nothing related to the parade, nothing just it was just so funny. There was a spot in there eventually where they talked about, "Oh, is that I love your bag. Is that a blah 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 blah?" And I'm just like, "Oh, it's a parade. Watch the parade, cheer for the kids, clap,
Right.
wish Merry Christmas." Don't get all hung up on it. It just seems, I don't know, kind of weird. So, but that's it.
Mm.
That's it on that one. Just like, focus on the important stuff. Focus on the happy stuff.
Right,
Don't
right,
get
right.
focused on the negative all the time.
All the time.
And it would have been the same if it was a Biden bumper sticker and something, can you believe they're supporting Biden? Like,
No,
again, focus
no, I
on the
get what you're
wrong
saying. Like,
thing.
yeah, they're looking at the wrong thing.
It's a Christmas parade. Enjoy the kids. There are 30 kids on that truck singing and dancing and being adorable. And you're worried about the bumper, the tag, or whatever
Right.
it is. It's like, just stop.
Yeah.
Stop madness. All right, Will, why don't you give me one more and then I'll give you one more and we'll be done with this.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the same timer as usual, so I'm not able to really keep track of time. But
This it's been a little bit, but we're good.
okay.
Um, Dirk,
Yes, sir.
this is just going to be a quick one,
Okay.
and it's not anything I noticed out in public, but it's something I noticed at my home, and it's not necessarily a happy thing, but I noticed it 2 days ago, and
Okay.
I just jotted it down. My dogs are getting old, Dirk,
You
and I
love it.
don't like
You
that
love
at
your
all.
dog.
I,
Yeah.
my bigger dog, her name is Colby. She is
A
mm,
sweetheart.
just my favorite animal ever,
Yeah.
and she just doesn't want to play fetch much anymore. She
Okay.
doesn't want to really wrestle around with me anymore. And she's 8. Like she's not she's healthy dog.
Right.
She moves around fine and but
Right.
she doesn't she's not a puppy anymore. And it really hit me this weekend while we were home that she's just not in that. She's past that point of her life where she loves to play around and wrestle with me, and I grab her snout and mess with her and tap her on the snout, and when she used to like bite and freak out and like run around and do her little zoomies, and she just
Yeah.
doesn't have that in her anymore, and it made me sad this weekend. I was like, wow, like that. She was my first pet that I've ever owned that was my pet, and that she's just at the point where she's just, I want to just hang out over here. I want to just chill, Dad. Like I don't really want to play fetch right now.
I'm only laughing because the way you described your dog, the way you described Colby is kind of the way I described my children earlier in the podcast. They used to run and play and frolic, and now they
Right.
just but
Yeah.
yeah, it is different. Like we've noticed even with Zoe, who's only 2, a change already from the
Oh
puppy
yeah.
to the adult stage, and she
Mhm.
still plays. I mean, she still jumps around and gets excited, but she's not where Colby is, but she's it's still different. Like her playtime is shorter
Yep.
and not as frequent, and the zoomies come less often. And
Mhm.
but she does love the snow. I will say that because she was out in the snow. She just
Colby loved it too, and now she'll go
runs
out and do her business and come back in
business. That's business.
business.
Yeah,
So that was all. That's mine. That was something I noticed this weekend. It got me a little bit
yeah, in the feels.
in the
The
feels a little bit.
My wife said something this morning. I don't know if you've seen them. I don't know how you could avoid them, but I think it's TikTok or Facebook Reels. The guy that has Nala, the guy he has a golden retriever named
Yes,
Nala, and
yes, I've seen it.
he's I think he's a pharmacist, but he does hiking and he does camping and everything's with
Mhm,
Nala.
mhm.
And my wife said, he's single, and she's like, when Nala goes, that guy is going to be because he's really like her life partner. He
Build a
goes
life. Yep.
everywhere with her, and
Mhm. It
that,
sounds weird to say you built a life with your dog, but you did.
yeah,
But you did.
I'll get it. It's spam.
What?
My phone rang. I didn't know if you heard that, but it
No,
was
I didn't
spam.
hear it.
Oh, you didn't? Oh. But yeah, I mean, pets are amazing. I forgot because I haven't had a dog since I was probably 17 or 18. And then when we got Zoe, sometimes you just sit there and I'll just pet her and I go, my God, what a beautiful creature God put on this earth for us
Mhm.
and she waits for me at the little baby gate we have because we keep her out of our bedrooms. Every
Yep.
morning, as soon as she hears me wake up, she'll bark and I'll say, I'll be right there. And she will lay right at that gate and will not
Until
move
you come
until
out.
I come
Nope.
out. And she just, she loves you so much.
Yep.
Anyway. All right. Well, here's one. This is from the I hate the government department or the
Okay.
government is unfair department.
Mhm.
They're building on my way home, they're building a brand new fire station in Clarksburg. Okay. Beautiful fire station. Looks like a work of art. It's wonderful. And
Sure.
trust me, fire departments, fire people, fire stations, fire employees, firemen, firewomen, whatever. They deserve the very best. Here's what
Yep.
I don't get. Why is it the government can afford things with the taxpayers' money that the taxpayers can't afford for themselves?
Hmm.
For
Say it.
example,
Say it again. Say it again. Say that one more time.
if you're testing me to see if I can get through it, why
No,
is the
I just
government
thought it was. I thought it was good.
why is it that the government can use the taxpayers' money to pay for things that the taxpayers can't afford to pay for themselves? For
Mm.
example, they put
Right.
this building out and it's a beautiful building. That building probably costs more than some of the houses in the area because it's
Sure.
just absolutely stellar. And I
Mhm.
drive by and they are sodding, SOD, putting
Yeah.
sod down all
Mhm.
around the outside of the fire station. This was 3 months ago. They still haven't moved into the fire station. What was wrong with putting grass? Why couldn't
Grass seed
they put
down.
sod? Like I have a crappy yard, Will. I can't get grass to grow, but you know what? I don't have the money to put sod down.
Right.
But yet when it's the other people's money, when the government
Mm.
can take our money, they can afford whatever they want. It's the most beautiful building in town
Anything.
because they take it from you and they take it from me and they take it from Deepa and
Mm.
Deepa. And you know what? Let them come put some sod in my yard.
That'd be nice.
Why is it the government can afford more on our taxes than we can afford on our salaries?
Isn't it a shame?
It makes me think
Isn't it?
whatever they need, they got it.
That's for sure.
Anyway,
Any,
well,
any, anywho,
this made me think a little bit.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to segment.
Dose. Let's.
We have some make the cuts. Will, you have a list for me, and I have not opened it yet. Shall I open it now? Would you like me to?
Sure.
Oh, you gave me a cereal list, Will, and you would
I
you're
did. I
expecting me
did
to
give you a
say
cereal list.
good.
I had a couple lists that I wanted to pick from, but
Mhm.
just went with cereals today. Give you some. I
Okay.
thought it would be easier because the other two I felt like were going to be difficult.
Oh gosh, this one's going to be tough already. I'm going to grab a little piece of paper here, just like sort
For
of.
the while he's grabbing a piece of paper, for those of you watching, for all three of you watching, Dirk and I are big on our cereals and big on food in general,
Yeah,
and we do enjoy a sugary treat of cereal. So that is
sweet
why I
cereals.
chose. Oh, absolutely.
All
There
right,
are a
well,
few cereals that aren't as sweet that I enjoy, though.
I agree. I agree. I'm a big Honey Bunches of Oats fan, and I don't
I
think
am
that's
too.
that's not a pre-sweetened cereal.
Nope, nope.
I mean, it probably has some sweetener in it, but
I
it's
know what you
not
mean. It's not a
marshmallow.
right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Will, right off the top,
Right off the bat.
right off the bat, when your boy's got dollars, I'm making a cut.
Oh Lord.
And, no, espionage.
Espionage.
I am cutting Cocoa Puffs.
So, okay. The other one that I took
Oh,
off this list.
I should say that hopefully by now I've put the list up on the screen for the audience to see,
Oh,
but
okay,
right
yeah,
off
yeah.
the bat, I'm cutting Cocoa Puffs.
So I took one of the. I had 11 or 12, and I cut two off this list, and it was between Cocoa Puffs and the other one. And now I wish I would have kept the other one because it was easy for you to cut Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, I'm not a Cocoa Puffs kind of guy. Now, an instant keep, the Frosted Flakes with marshmallows.
You were not big on the Frosted Flakes. Well, not that you weren't big on it. You had not tried it though,
I had not seen it
um,
before, and
and I was.
you alerted me, and then to your own chagrin, you were upset because I could still find them in my Walmart, but you could not
Safe
find
you
them at
can,
your grocery
but
store.
they're back.
Okay,
They're
with a
back.
vengeance. All right,
The Lord
Will,
giveth and the Lord taketh, Dirk, and he giveth backeth.
a, a cut. Oh, goodness. Okay, a cut. I'm gonna cut Fruity Pebbles.
Okay, Fruity Pebbles gone. Why Fruity Pebbles gone so early?
A little
I
too much
think
for
I
me.
know.
A little
Okay.
too much. Too much
Okay.
flavor, too much sweet, and they're like
I know. I'm watching the finger rub.
they're too itty bitty, maybe kind of like Rice Krispies. Like I want a
Okay.
bigger thing to crunch, and they're also just plus. Will some of these cereals, and I'm going to be very, very vague with this. Some of these cereals affect my outcome,
Oh, okay. Understood.
and while colorful is nice, um, I don't.
We
It's too much for me, and it makes me
need
think.
you not say more.
It makes me just wonder if it's dying everything inside me.
It is as we speak. All right. So
Uh,
you've cut Cocoa Puffs and you've cut Fruity Pebbles.
Pebbles, and I've kept FF with marshmallows.
Yes.
Now, I'm also going to keep right off
Uh-huh.
that, right off the, no, I'm also going to keep Frosted Mini Wheats,
Okay. So okay.
which is
So
not,
both frosted cereals are keepers.
yeah, and Mini Wheats not as sweet as some of them on the list here, but I loved the texture of the Mini Wheats.
Same.
So I'm going to
Same.
keep that.
Okay. Fair.
Let's see. Lucky Charms,
If you see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my list on the phone because I can't see the list yet.
that's okay. Lucky Charms is a keep.
Okay. All right.
I enjoy Lucky Charms, although I thought Lucky Charms used to make me sick. But what I found out, long, pointless story for the audience.
Okay.
I found out that it wasn't the Lucky Charms, it was the milk when I started to become a little lactose intolerant.
Hmm.
So now I have to take some Lactaid pills if I have cereal. But
Interesting you said that because I was wondering why you just said some of the cereals don't agree with you, but I thought maybe that would be the milk, but I maybe
no. The cereals agree with me just fine, except for that they affect my outcome, is all I was
that's
going
what I mean. But
Yeah.
do the cereals affect the outcome or does the milk affect the outcome?
Well, the milk affects the outcome in that manner, but the cereal affects it in the rainbow effect. That's all I meant by that.
Understood.
Is that
Understood.
that something tells me putting that much dye in my body
Not great.
couldn't be. It just seems like
Makes
it
sense.
can affect that, then it
Yeah,
something. All
is
right.
not. Yeah.
Yeah. I think people understand. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think they got it. So both Frosteds and a Lucky you're gonna keep.
Yeah, absolutely. Another keep, Will.
Oh, keeping another one right away.
I'm
Okay.
keeping another one right away. You got the cinnamon toast crunch. There's no way that gets cut.
Yeah, that I would hope not. I was
Probably
actually surprised that it made it this long without you saying it.
I might not have just noticed it in the list, but it's definitely a top 3 cereal of all time.
Top
So
tier for sure.
yeah, so that's a keeper. So now
Okay.
we'll get rid of a couple. Let's get rid
I
of
was gonna say you only can keep one more.
let's get rid of Fruit Loops, Will. Um, uh,
Let's.
they're okay, but again,
Toucan Sam is not gonna be happy with you.
a lot of dye, a lot of
Yeah.
dye.
Yep.
And you know what? We'll get rid of Apple Jacks.
Can I tell
I
you something
love,
that makes me mad about Fruit Loops?
yeah, please.
Not necessarily just about Fruit Loops, but about colorful cereal.
Yeah.
You want sometimes you want the cereal to taste different depending on the colors.
Yeah, all the Fruit Loops taste the same.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not fair.
Yeah.
I want a different flavor of Fruit Loops.
If you get all yellow, you want all banana Fruit Loops.
Why not?
That's I don't see why not, except for it
I'm just
costs a
saying.
lot more to make it. But
I don't care about them.
yeah, well,
I'm
then
the consumer.
that's right. You should write a strongly worded letter to
I'm gonna
Pope.
I'm gonna write a strongly worded.
All right, so out Cocoa Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops, and Apple Jacks. You would think I don't like fruit, but that's really not the case. Well, it's down to Captain Crunch
Mm-hmm.
Pops.
Gotta have my pops.
I
What you
love
know about the commercial? What you know about the commercial? Nothing. Nothing.
my pops,
Mm-hmm.
but my pop's not around anymore, so just kidding. I'm
There's
sorry.
no shot you just said that.
Listen, Will, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Although I will say this, just 2 nights ago, something hit me, and in the middle of the shower, bawled like a baby.
Lost it.
Still hits once in a while.
Fair.
I'll miss my dad. Pops and Captain Crunch. So I don't eat Captain Crunch a lot, but it's so good when you get it. I don't think
Mhm.
it's a go-to cereal.
Okay.
But you know what? For purpose of this list, I'm keeping the Captain.
Okay.
And I'm
With
gonna give
berries or without the berries?
you pick, and
I'm
I'll
throwing
eat.
berries in there.
Okay, well then I'm gonna have Captain Crunch with the Crunch Berry.
Right. A little
All right,
berry in there.
so my keep list: FFs with Marsh,
Okay.
my mini wheats, my Lucky Charms, my cinnamon toast crunch, and for a little peanut butter flavor, my Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries. On the
Okay.
outs, you can keep those Cocoa Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, and Pops. And the only one I kind of regret is maybe the Apple Jacks because they are a good, less sweet cereal.
Agreed.
So
Agreed. Now, if I'd
I
have
might
taken out,
flip
if
them
I
with
would have taken,
something,
I'm sorry.
maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
If I would have taken out Cocoa Puffs and the other cereal that I substituted, or I guess didn't substitute, but cut out because I had too many,
Mhm.
were Reese's Puffs, yes or no?
No,
Okay. And Cookie Crisp, yes or no on Cookie Crisp?
it's been so long.
Okay. All right.
I
Fair enough.
remember liking them, but I don't think I've had those since I was 10 or 12.
Sure. Okay. Understood.
But they're like the ones that are like flat on the bottom and dome shaped on the top with the
Yep.
little.
And like little chocolate chip
Yeah.
cookies.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think, yep. Well, that was a great list. That was a really
Okay.
good one. All
All
right,
right.
good. All right, so now, Will, did I send you my list for you? I did not.
Doth not.
Where is it? Oh, here it is. Wait. So right now I'm going to copy, and
Copy and paste it to me.
I'm going to copy and textual message it to you right now.
It
Will,
degs Julie.
I am asking you to make the cut.
Okay. I'm
Five, cut 5. Make the cut
okay.
on top male
Oof,
actors. Top
that
actors.
wow.
And I picked all good ones.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, no, it's not. But you've got to cut. So the list includes Al Pacino,
Oh my gosh, dude.
Jack Nicholson, Tom Hanks, Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt,
Oh my goodness.
Denzel Washington, Bruce Willis, Joe Pesci, and Robin Williams. And Will, you get to keep 5, but you have to cut. You got to give a pink slip to 5 of those leading male
This
actors.
is terrible.
It is terrible. It popped into my head right when we were
You
talking.
know how much I love movies too.
I do, and
Ooh,
I picked a movie one.
watched Oppenheimer again last night.
Haven't seen it yet.
The acting in that movie really is incredible.
Comedy, right?
And oh yeah, for sure. Big rom-com.
Like Like the boy in the striped pajamas. Big,
Yeah,
big,
big rom
big.
com. And the first time, maybe I just because I didn't remember because I hadn't seen it in a while, but I didn't realize or forgot how many famous people are in that movie. It is insane.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
Gotcha.
my family and I were deciding last night between Oppenheimer, they hadn't seen it, and Killers of the Flower Moon. So we're going to watch that next.
Oh
I'm
my
very
gosh,
excited.
that's such a great movie too. You're watching that tonight? Is that what you said?
Don't do that.
No, I didn't hear you. You said you watched Oppenheimer last night, so you're watching Killers of the Flower Moon.
We're going to watch Killers of the Flower Moon next time we watch a movie. Yeah.
Oh, next time you watch a movie. Okay.
But don't say that's such a good movie because you haven't seen it.
I've heard it's so good.
Oh, yes. I heard the same.
And
Anyway,
there's also a couple on Netflix and something else that I heard on my other podcast. People like one with Paul Giamatti that's called
we just watched it.
The Holdovers. Is that what it's
Yes,
called?
The Holdovers. It is very good. Very, very good.
That's what I heard. Yep.
Taylor and I watched it on Saturday. We watched it. It was very, very good.
We just need you know what? A segment needs to be born on the podcast for movie reviews.
Please.
Recos, because we both enjoy great movies.
Let's.
Okay.
Right now, switch it up.
Okay, forget your list. No, I'm just kidding. All right,
First
please,
keep.
first cut. I have a feeling there's one easy cut.
One easy cut?
I think there's one cut that could go.
First keep is Robin Williams. Not because of his untimely demise, but because I don't know if there was a better voice actor, face work actor. Like he just did so much and absolutely, just hysterical.
Almost, he was sort of the non-slapstick Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Like, Jim Carrey does a lot of great facial work, but his is almost more of silly funny.
Over the top.
And Williams is just brilliant funny.
Yep. So I'm keeping Robin Williams.
Okay.
I love him. I think
favorite Robin Williams movie. 3, 2, 1. You don't like Robin Williams?
You're right. I guess I don't.
No. Which one?
I immediately, my favorite Robin Williams role, and this is going to be stupid, is the genie in Aladdin.
I don't think it's stupid at all. It's brilliant.
He is so good.
He's so funny. And they say most of it, as they say with a lot of brilliant actors, is made up on the spot.
Right.
I love Good Morning Vietnam for the same reason.
Good morning. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just sit here and do Robin Williams lines.
Exactly.
Second keep, Denzel.
Okay.
Third keep. Oh my gosh.
I don't think I can argue with Denzel. You've made me more of a fan than I even was before with some of his, like the Equalizer movies and some of the other movies. Training Day.
Some of his Training Day is incredible. He's incredible in Training Day. My first cut, I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this.
A lot of lack bash.
People don't hate me, people. Brad Pitt, he's gone.
I thought that was an easy cut.
Okay. I'm sorry. He just does not. I know he's
7. I know that was one of the first movies, but what's in the box?
I know he's a lot of people's, man candy and faves, but he just, as an actor, doesn't do it for me.
Okay. Was he good in Fight Club? I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, movie's great. He was all right. I mean, he was pretty good.
It's all right. Yeah, I think he's an easy cut. And
that's also
in the list I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
In this list, I think he's an easy cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another cut. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get hate on any of these that I cut.
That's
so it doesn't matter.
Send your letters to Will Kellyett.
Another one that doesn't really move the needle for me.
Okay.
That's not fair to say. Moves it more than Tom Hanks, but not as much as the other ones.
Okay.
Is Jack Nicholson.
Okay. All right. He's on the cut list?
He's on the cut list.
Here's the thing. Jack has made some real stinkers. But
he's made some really good movies too.
Yes, he has.
I get it. And yeah.
I mean, The Shining, which Miss Deal and I talked about, is one of my favorite. Brilliant as a man going crazy. It's like you just see it. And One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which was kind of his big, he's great in that. But you're right. There's also like, Anger Management, where you go, okay, Jack, you don't need to take that role.
To be fair, he was with Adam. So
yeah.
Next keep for me. Know what? No.
Ooh,
next cut for me.
Top it off.
And it's not because I don't like him. It's because these other actors are amazing.
Yes.
More than I think him is Bruce Willis.
Okay. I mean, you know, he's going through a lot.
Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Probably use your support, but
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
when the Willises find out, they're not going to be very happy.
My
his
next key.
name? What's his daughter's name? It's a cool name with Demi Moore.
I'm not
Doesn't
sure.
matter. Go ahead.
My next keep is going to be.
I can't speak, but you're cutting him. I guess he can't argue much.
All right, that's plenty.
Okay.
We're gonna keep Al Pacino. No, sorry, we're gonna keep Robert De Niro.
Okay. Robbie
So
D.
we got De Niro, Washington, and Williams.
So far, yeah.
We're also gonna keep. Wow, I'm gonna have to cut. I hate this. I hope you know that. This is actually causing me anxiety.
This is like when you gave Preston the athletes and you made him
This
come and he
is
was
bad, dude.
dying. Well, let's see who you got left. You got Tom Hanks.
I'm gonna have to cut either Al Pacino, Tom Hanks, or Joe Pesci.
Yeah, you got to cut. You got two more to cut. So
Okay,
two more to cut and two more to keep. And Morgan Freeman's the only other one you haven't.
I know, and I don't. He might be the first one that I cut, but I don't want to.
No,
like obviously Shawshank is one of my favorite movies. I almost cussed.
And I like the along with Alex Cross one. He plays Alex Cross in like the Spider, Along Comes the Spider or whatever it is when
Along Came the Spider.
Yeah, maybe
Spider-Verse. Eight-Legged Freaks. I'm gonna cut.
Like a good song.
Morgan Freeman.
Wow.
I don't want to do it.
But Will he's
yeah, I know. He's also driving Miss Daisy, but we're just gonna
and lean on me. They can hardly read.
I know. Just chain them all in. Chain the doors shut. Morgan Freeman.
Crazy Joe Clark off the list.
I don't want to do it, but I don't.
He crawled through 500 miles of sewer for nothing.
He escaped. Okay, he's free. All right, we're gonna keep Tom Hanks.
Okay.
I'm a huge Tom Hanks fan.
Brilliant.
I mean,
and the fact that he's been married to the same. I mean, he's also seems to be an incredible person.
Sure, I agree. That helps, but I'm not even taking that into consideration, Dirk.
Okay.
I'm just going with. I grew up with Tom Hanks.
Okay.
He was Woody. He's Woody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Voice acting too. Yeah.
Voice acting too. In Big, I love that movie. Big. I love Castaway. I mean, it's Tom Hanks. Whatever.
Bosom buddies.
Right.
Bosom buddies.
I have to cut Al Pacino or Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci or Al Pacino. Hooah!
That's just not fair.
No, you did this to yourself though, because
I did. I'm gonna keep Al Pacino.
Wow, that is a hot take. He's a great actor. Joe Pesci on the cut list. Wow, what's so funny about him? What is he? What is he, a clown? What's so funny about me?
I'm not happy with anything that I just did.
No, it's tough.
I was fine. I was actually fine cutting Brad Pitt, but everybody else I didn't want to cut.
I can see Nicholson because he's made so many stinkers in Company. I can see Bruce Willis.
I still didn't want to cut him.
No, but Bruce Willis, I can see he's sort of a one-trick pony with a lot of the diehards.
Yeah.
But he also had Sixth Sense, and Morgan Freeman is a tough one. Joe Pesci for me is a tough because I love mob movies, and there's nobody. But Al Pacino, Scarface.
That's the only reason. That's the main reason I kept him.
Dog Day Afternoon, Scarface. Yeah. He had a great '70s career before. What was the other one where he's exposing dirty cops? He's in a precinct of dirty cops, and he's trying Serpico. If you've never seen Serpico, go watch that one too. He's an amazing actor in Serpico. Dog Day Afternoon. I know I'm repeating myself, but I agree with you. Pacino is amazing.
Yeah.
That's a tough
Having
one.
to cut between him and Joe Pesci, it should not be allowed.
No, that's a tough list. Well, you made it through. You lived. I mean, the hate
I
mail
made
is
it,
kind
but
of what?
I didn't like
All
it.
kinds of controversial comments on that.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay though. You did your job. You made the cut.
I did my Dundee.
Did your dude dilly.
Mm.
All right, well, we're gonna move on now to
I don't
segment
want to do this next. I don't want to do this.
the last one. And this is the moment that we've all been waiting for, especially some
It's not.
wonderful lady in our school named Miss Terry, who was just so sweet. And she
I'm
wanted
nervous.
to, don't be nervous.
All right.
I'm going to need to test the volume. So would you tell me how does this sound to you? Please. And here we are with our woman on the street
Perfect.
interview. And this week. Okay. So I'll just let it continue then.
Okay.
Just a recap for the audience. Our goal is to figure out whether Miss Terry knows the answers to these or not, and whether
that
we can predict
yeah.
she knows them. We're not keeping track. We don't care how many she gets right or wrong. We're only keeping track of how many Will predicts correctly. So we'll get started.
Oh my gosh.
Terry, one of the teachers here at Neilsville. So, Miss Terry, I'm going to ask you 10 questions, and I'm not going to tell you whether you get them right or wrong right now, but Will is going to try to guess or predict whether you'll know the answers to these 10 questions. So here we go. Question number 1. Where is the Great Barrier Reef located?
She's got that.
Great Barrier Reef, where is
She's
it
one.
located?
It's 1 for 1. She's saying Australian coast.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I should know that. Hold up. Florida?
All right, you let me know if that's your final answer.
Go with it.
Okay, Florida. Okay, so you're just 0 for 1.
I'm 0 for 1. That okay. All right.
All right.
See now the game changes.
It absolutely does.
Now the game changes because
Now you still want to give her the correct we should mention the correct answer, like you said, is Australia, but anything about Australia would have been correct.
Fine,
So
yeah.
so she did not get it right, but you predicted she would, so that's an 0 for 1 for you.
0 for 1.
So here we go. But now you go, well, you want to give her credit, but now you don't know. Was that a fluke? Could have been just a fluke.
Yes. We're gonna say we're gonna give her one more.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States?
Yes. France, right?
France. I think most people know. Let's see if she gets it. So you're going with a yes?
Oh, France?
Come on now.
Country.
That's a country.
Yeah, we'll go with that answer.
France. Okay.
Come on.
So there you go. 1 for 1, 1 for 2.
There we go, Miss Terry. Come on now.
Here we go. Next question. Question number 3. What was the name of the Robin Williams movie where he dresses up as a British nanny to take care of his own children?
Oh man.
So the answer, of course, is Mrs.
Doubtfire.
Will she know Mrs. Doubtfire?
I don't know I don't know how well she knows. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. That's a very popular movie.
It is pretty popular, but it's old, and she's young.
Yeah, but I mean, I watched it growing up, so I mean,
very good. Well, let's see what I'm not trying to
say
leave.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Come on now, lock in.
And she had it. She
did 2
not
for 3.
Not even with flair. Mrs.
Doubtfire. Yeah, no hesitation right there. No hesitation.
Here we go. Next one.
Yep.
Question number 4. What is the name of the artist who sings Watermelon Sugar?
I feel like I don't know what kind of music Miss Terry listens to.
Neither did I.
But I feel like this was a very popular song a couple summers ago.
Right. The answer is Harry Styles, by the way.
Harry Styles, yep. And I feel like
will she know Harry Styles?
Yes.
Okay. Predict is yes. Let's see if she knows it.
Watermelon sugar.
Come
Um,
on, sing it in your
I
head.
don't know.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
She didn't know.
Oh, my gut. Listen, My gut, Dirk, said no. I should have just listened to it.
But you wanted to believe in her.
I did.
You wanted to believe. You
I
are
still
the
do.
eternal optimist.
I am. I still believe, though. I still believe.
All right, here we go. I think she's given you the hardest fit so far.
She so far.
She's the hardest
I can't
one.
get a read. I can't get a good read.
Nope, the defense keeps switching it up.
I know. I'm thinking they're playing zone. They're in man.
All right, here we go. Oops.
Question 5. How many feet are there in a mile?
How many feet are there in a mile?
Miss Terry.
Got 2 so far, and we're on.
I know.
5. So does she know the answer? Of course, 5,280 feet.
Are you gonna? What if she just says 5,200? Are you gonna give it to her? Or does she have to be spot on? She has to be spot on, right?
Well, I'll say within 100 or spot on is fine with me. I don't care. I think you hit the first 2 digits at least. You got to get the 5 and the 2.
Right.
But
I'm gonna say she knows.
She knows.
She knows.
She knows. She knows, Beeve.
J. Cole. She knows.
All right, here we go.
Question 5.
Oops, is that the question again?
Yeah.
How many feet are there in a mile?
Sorry, I was selected the wrong playback. Here we go. Big laugh right at the beginning. Did that make you feel better or worse?
Worse.
Okay, let's see. You predicted yes, right?
I did.
Okay.
1,580, I think.
Okay.
All right, look.
She had a lot of the right numbers.
She had the last 3.
No, it was 5,280.
Oh, she had it out of order. She had
the 5, the 8, and the O. She had the 80.
Yeah.
And she had the 5, but just not quite in the right order.
Dang.
She's messing with your head. She's in that.
She's in there. She's in
All
here.
right, here we go. Next one.
I'm 2 for 5. That's
6.
I know, but you know what? You're going to make it up. You're going to make it up. You got to get 4 to win. Here we go.
Question 6. Which game show is currently hosted by Steve Harvey?
yes.
Okay. It's obviously the Family Feud.
Yeah.
If she's
Immediate.
got
Yes.
it. Why can't I select it?
You
Give me
don't
a
play Steve.
What in the world is going on with my computer? Let me reopen this. Sorry, doing things a little different because we are.
Do you watch Family Feud, Dirk?
Do
you guys ever watch it?
Yes, we didn't watch it when Grace was younger because there were a lot of innuendo.
It got a little raunchy, yeah.
In the answers, so we didn't watch it when she was younger. But
right,
that's
that's a Depop favorite. That's what I was asking.
Yes, I might have to go to my phone for some reason. Folder seems to be acting up on my computer. Let me see.
I have a string on my hat right here.
All right, let me go to my phone. Sorry, the quality may change. Lucky
That's
to have a backup still. Which
Mhm.
question was it, Will? I'm sorry.
that was number 6.
So that would have been
I was 2 for 5, so we're looking for the answer to number 6.
all right.
Which she's gonna say Family Feud right away. She
Question 6. Which game show is currently hosted by Steve Harvey?
All right, so you're predicting yes. Let's see if she
Yes.
does Family Feud.
Family Feud. Family Feud.
Yeah, she nailed it. She
Here we
nailed it.
go. Right away.
So that's 3 correct. You're
3
keeping
for
track
6.
of your corrects, right?
3 for 6. Yep.
All right.
Family Feud.
Yep, got it.
Question 7. What is the name of Han Solo's ship in Star Wars?
Question 7. What is the name of Han Solo's ship in Star Wars? And the answer is the Millennium Falcon. Probably, arguably, maybe the most popular ship.
I'm gonna say no.
No?
I don't
Okay.
know if she's into Star Wars, but I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Oh. Oh my God, that just fell out of my head. I don't know.
You don't know.
Oh.
No, don't pull it back.
Oh my God, that just fell out of my head. I don't know.
She didn't know.
Okay.
That one right. You're up to 4.
Not rooting for her to get it wrong, but I need to get back on track there.
No, you just didn't want her to pull it at the last minute and snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory.
That's right.
All right, here we go.
7.
Question 8. Which bird is often associated with delivering babies?
I'm gonna say the stork, and she knows it.
Okay, it is the stork. Let's see.
The stork.
There we go.
You've got it.
We're back on track.
You're back on track. You're up to 5. You only
We're
need
back in business.
one more to win.
Question 9. In baseball, how many defensive players are on the field at the same time?
In baseball, how many defensive players are on the field? So we're talking pitcher, catcher.
Yeah.
First base. So we got 9.
Right. 9 on 9. I'm gonna say, 9 on whoever bats. I'm gonna say she knows.
Okay. Here's the answer.
Question 10.
Nope.
She's counting.
You're judging me.
No.
No, we're not judging. I just need you to give me the answer the right way.
She's counting.
Oh, sorry.
You're judging me.
No. No. I was stalling for the audience, filling in.
9.
Question.
Very, very definitively 9.
Yeah, she pulled that out. She just had to count them. There's nothing wrong with counting. No judgment.
I do it. I was going pitcher, catcher, baseman. I did the same thing.
I love it.
People might forget the catcher.
Probably.
If they said 8, I bet you it's the catcher they forgot.
Probably.
All right. And Will, here we go.
We won.
Wait, yeah, that was 6. So you got your D, baby.
We're gonna get 7 though.
Welcome to America. Here we go.
Question 10. Who wrote the horror book entitled Pet Cemetery?
Who wrote the horror book Pet Sematary? The answer is, of course, Maine resident Stephen King.
Yes.
Will she know Stephen King Pet Sematary?
You know what? I'm gonna say yes because I won.
Yes. Okay.
Stephen King.
Look at that.
Stephen King.
Come on now.
Okay, that's our last question. Thank
Let's
you,
go, Miss Terry. Come on now.
Next question. Thank you, Miss Terry.
So she got you got 7 out of 10. That's a win in any book.
Hey.
I think, Miss Terry, now that we're done, did you say 8?
No, I said, hey, I was just like I was in a tough way there early. I fought back.
I think she was the most volatile.
Yeah, she was all over.
She ended up, I think we looked, she got 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10 correct. But it was the ones, the back and forth. She was like she was the hardest to predict, but the most energetic. When she left, she was like, "Oh, that's so fun! I cannot wait to hear it. I can't wait to." So, and we had the bumper last week. So, Miss Terry, here you go. I hope you like it. And Will, with that, we're going to finish with just a very quick joke.
Hit me with it.
Joke. No, a very quick joke. It's a cruise ship. Will, a cruise ship passes by a remote island, and all the passengers see a bearded man running around and waving his arms wildly, motioning to the boat. The captain standing up there at the helm and waves and keeps going, and somebody runs up. They go, Captain, who is that man over there on that deserted island? Captain says, I have no idea, but he goes nuts every year when we pass him.
Come on, man. You can't just leave that man there like that.
And with that,
it's crazy.
We'll end episode 44. We do know Jack and Frost of this wonderful.
Yes, we do.
Just
snow day,
just beautiful snow day. Now the prediction is: do we have a delay in the morning because of the temperatures? It's supposed to be 7 or 8 degrees. Those little chitlins standing out at the bus stop. Will
I know? I just worry that the temperature is not going to change.
No, it's not
much in the 2 hours. So I'm going to.
So what they're going to say? What's the point?
Yeah,
other than dark, maybe. I don't know why that matters, but
I'm thinking. I just worry. I worry about the people standing at the bus stop and the walkers.
Yeah,
people that walk to their schools. That's going to be tough.
Now, our school is all bust, but there are a lot of schools where they walk. I think
that's what I mean.
What's the distance? Like a mile?
I think it was a mile. And they have a lot of sidewalks to clear, and it's going to refreeze. All that stuff that melted is going to refreeze. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will update you on our status. Maybe we'll be doing it by Zoom. Maybe we'll be home for a whole week and we'll record next week's.
Yep.
Next week.
Next week.
Anyway, all right, Will. Well, thank you very much for making time in your busy schedule while you're vacationing in San Francisco.
Yeah, I had to make an appearance.
Get some rice-a-roni while you're out there. It's a San Francisco treat.
Okay.
And I'm going to just sit here in this cafe, enjoy another latte, and
Enjoy the free Wi-Fi.
free Wi-Fi.
That's right, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very much. Just a brief little request, if you could ring that bell for me. Also, the first Curious Minds podcast is out, so find me there. People, so far I've got some really nice comments, and I'm not going to cross promote every single time, but I just want to maybe get a running start with an audience. And so if some of you want to go over and listen, I'd appreciate it. If not, that's okay too. But we love you and we appreciate you sticking around for 10 months of our podcast here, the White Chocolate Podcast. And now that we know we can do it by Zoom,
White chocolate.
chocolate. Bate, chocolate. Now that we know we can do it by Zoom, assuming this airs, we'll have some leeway in the future when we can't find time at school. So,
Yep.
All right, take it easy, my friends. Stay warm.
You too.
All right,
Bye,
bye.
everybody.